Hello, hello. My name is Raul Norton, also known as Du, and welcome to the 7030 Opinion Space. This is another Saturday, getting close to the end of the year. I believe there's only about, what, 2 weeks left or 3 weeks left? I think it's 2 weeks. So I wanted to come on and, just ramble again about something. But this particular time, I really didn't have any clear thoughts I wanted to talk about because I've been preoccupied with some other things. Nothing that I want to discuss on the 7030. So I was gonna sit here. I was gonna try to see what I can think about to see if I could, work up a thought process and throw it out right now. And as I'm sitting here, because I believe most of my conversation or my theme is always about, being honest, telling the truth. People are usually for self. If you're selfish enough to know how selfish you are and you're confident enough in you're selfish, you get to the point to where helping people helps you and all that other good stuff, because you got to take care of yourself first before other people. And as I was thinking this through and I'm talking about it, I thought of a question that I don't know if I could answer. And I just want to throw it out there and see if I could come up with something that sticks or something that makes sense. Now, what I was just thinking about is what is considered a flawed, I think the word is flawed, a flawed characteristic of a person. Not mental or physical, just characteristics, right? What do you consider a flawed characteristic of a person? Because I'm not sure that I believe there's such a thing as a flawed characteristic of a person, even if the person is pretending. Now, I know there's exceptions in this situation where we said, these folks are acting, or you got actors and you're watching television, and and these people are paid to behave a certain way. And with that said, it's kind of like the same thing, if people are being paid to portray certain things. But I'm not talking about the people who's being paid. I'm just talking about the people in the general everyday life. How can you say that, a person has a flawed characteristic, And I didn't really think this thing through to come up with a scenario to give my opinion on, but I just felt like I'm not clear on what a flawed characteristics can possibly be. Because from what I'm trying to understand, flawed indicates a mistake or, and this is me just thinking on the spot here. But if you said someone has a flaw, I keep saying flawed, I think it's flaw. All this time I'm saying flawed, a flaw in the characteristic. So flaw would indicates that flaw might not even be the right word either. Whichever way that word is pronounced, you guys will help me out with that later. But if we suggest that there's a mistake in one's character and the person should be a certain way, that for me feels like can never be determined by someone else, right? Because from me reaching and talking to someone or dealing with someone, their character is whatever they put out there and they establish. Yes, one could say we could go back and prove that this person was lying and cheating and saying things to get what they want or do things for what they need. But to me, at the end of the day, what you were selling as a person or your pitch is what I'm supposed to be buying as the customer. So whatever it is you put out there as your characteristic, regardless later on when they go back and check the history and say, well, this person was never really like that. This person was doing this, to get that. I still feel like that is the person's character, whether they're telling the truth or lying. Now, maybe I'll come back on another video and with a better thought. I'm gonna try to keep this in mind and see if I could clear this up better. But this is all I was, spitballing at this point, thinking out loud. And I said, hey, let me just ramble about the flaw of one's character. And I believe I said it right that time. So, and again, video going too long with this ramble. So thanks again for coming out to the 70/30 opinion space. I appreciate all the people coming out and watching the video. And I will talk to you on the next video. Goodbye.